Hello YouTubers, Troz here, playing more Factorio. Um, not sure if this is going to be a regular episode, or if, well, we'll see what happens. I'm still in the process of updating my single player. I have been playing on a server, that's partially why some of my update frequency has gone down a bit, but I'm back playing here, and I've redesigned some new smelters. So let's show you what I got. This is my all item production area. Basically unchanged since filling the all item trains. The only small addition, we're still separate networks because I tried joining the logistics networks, and that caused lots of problems. So I've set up a small area right here where I'm exporting some items back to my main base, just because my main base doesn't produce them fast enough. So rails, belts, underground belts, beacons, all the modules, some inserters, some furnaces, and rail signals. And I got more room, and I can actually add quite a bit more if needed. But I've made this new smelting area, and one of these will be for copper, and the other will be for iron. And then I have a specific design for steel that takes it right from ore to steel. And for comparison, let's see. Here was my previous smelter. Here's my new one. It's about the same size physically, but if I get out a blueprint here and drag over everything, you can see we have 768 furnaces there, and it's about 4,000 belts. That's not really the important part. It's the number of furnaces. This should have, and if I do the whole thing for belts as well, 336 furnaces, so roughly half the number of furnaces. Actually, even 3.3 thousand belts, so it's a few less belts as well. But this has 3 train inputs and will fill the train quite a lot quicker. I got the most efficient loader design that I know of. Looks like I'm going to have to remove a few rocks that got pulled onto the belts. But yeah, I've tested this on a server in multiplayer. It kept up with it kept up with a lot of the smelting for a 1K science. Well, one of these provided a copy of my 1K science area with all the iron it needed, plus all the iron needed for a green circuit production. And I had 3 of my old ones, and it couldn't quite keep up. So, yeah. Not only are we, doing 3 trains instead of just 2, but with the productivity and the speed modules, with the productivity you're multiplying by 4, basically, not by 4, 1.4, 40% more iron plates out per ore in, and then with the speed modules, I mean, this is running at almost 4 times faster than a normal furnace. So, not are you getting the 40% bonus, you're, when all is said and done, you are getting 4 times more iron plates per minute out of this than you would out of one of my smelters. So yeah, one of these will do the work of 3 or even 4 of my old smelters. So I'll use one for copper, one for iron, and here is my steel. This has 4 inputs, again, compared to the 2 we had previously, and it is also beaconed up similarly. Basically, the first half converts the ore into plates, and then the second half does the plates into steel. We are getting again, on each step, the 40% bonus. So, yeah, this won't have any trouble. The only trouble I'm going to have is supplying it all. So I've been using a blueprint to put in 4 rail sections. This is a blueprint book. I've had it for quite a while. I'm not sure who made it. But it's got these junctions, kind of. This is a turnaround dead end, but I'm basically using it to connect to my regular network. And hopefully, if a train is like trying to come out and semi-blocking this, well, the trains can go around. Although I have heard you don't want these crossings too often, as they'll slow things down, but I figure if there's a train pulling in here, a train can come along here and then cross over so it can pull in over here, and then on the way out you want to get onto the correct rail. But for the most part, like, this crossing is just so if there's a train like stopped here trying to turn in, you can get around it. And I did put it far enough back that a 2/8 train will be able to stop and you can still go around it. As you see, I've had to fill in some lakes, and I am extending the rail out. And, well, yeah, the problem is we're going to need a bunch of new mines to supply all this. I don't know how many. Really, I'd like to have 4 mines for the iron, and when I say a mine, I mean like greater than 10 million. Really like greater than 20 million, but I don't want to explore too far. This map is already huge. And then, yeah, another 4 mines for the steel at least. And we'll have 4 trains for each mine. I have a nice Auditorio made mine blueprint. It's quite big, so it will cover most of these mines that will feed both sides of the rails. It doesn't have like the circuits that I've been using, but it is better than this design because it will have, basically, it has 8 belts coming out of the mine, so a belt dedicated to each one. So hopefully that kind of crazy circuit there won't be needed. But yeah, we got iron ore here and here. Those are 2 pretty good ones. Basically, I want 8 iron ore mines and 4 good copper mines. That's an okay copper. Copper's gonna be, that's pretty good. That's another good iron mine there. Basically, I'm gonna keep extending this way. I'm just beginning to run into some aliens here, so I'll have to see what happens. I made this new train. I'm calling it my build train. Lots of rail and the supplies we need to make the rail sections. Landfill for filling in lakes. Supplies for making the mining outposts. And then various other stuff, and I have room if I need to add more stuff if I find, hey, I need, well, more, more stuff. Might need some extra walls. The blueprint that we have for the mining bases do have walls around them. I have been typically not using walls. Yeah. I put you over there. Good. Yeah. That's that's what I was trying to prevent. Oh well. Great, thanks. We'll have you 500, and just do some of that. We'll leave the tree. So yeah, I am going to get in this train and go out and build some outposts, and maybe I'll record one of them being built, and I'll come back maybe when I'm setting up the smelters. And basically, we did the 1K. Well, we started off with 1K science, didn't quite hit it. We then did an all item train, and hey, look, we got all item trains made. We got 2 of them here. I had an empty train also when I made the save for you all. So if you actually want this map, I did have it posted on that all item train finale episode about 2 weeks ago now. I'm gonna go back to 1K science. I think with these new smelters, I'm gonna disable my existing smelters and try to have everybody maybe not completely disable. Like, we have 2 green circuits. I'll probably have the 1 green circuit running off one of our old smelters, but most everything else I'll run off the new smelter. I'll shut down the steel smelter, run it off here. We're going out this way just because too much traffic was going out this way. It's not really designed for it. I may want to fix this up so maybe we have 2 lanes going up and 2 lanes going this way. That way 2 trains can go up, then 2 trains can go this way, and, you know, better evenly distribute traffic. So it's not just like 1, 1, 1, 1. That's what this kind of was, if you notice, when I put it in the all item train episode. But yeah, I want to try to get back to 1K science. I mean, we were doing like 1.2, 1.3K science for maybe 2 hours. But then, you know, we couldn't keep up after a while. We were running off of buffered items, buffered in trains, and, you know. I think with these new tracks, trains will be able to pass. They won't jam up as much. The only problem is going to be getting over here, but that's not too bad. We got a kind of nice square to get around. There is this one-way section right here, but we got okay going over here. This intersection, I mean, it could be redone. I'm going to try to leave it unless it really becomes an issue. But new smelting and some new mines that are dedicated just to the smelting with a nice, quick, hopefully low blockage rail line. I think we can get it done. So I'm going to get in this train, come over here, clear out this little base, and start on my way. I'll probably also call over my current build train, well, it's not really, I mean, I had well, let's show you. It has some artillery, so we'll come over, start clearing out. Maybe I'll just call an artillery train, that might work out better. But, yeah, that's my plan. and I'll be back in a bit with some progress. Okay, I'm back, and while it probably seems like I haven't even moved, um, done quite a bit of work. So let me give you a brief overview of that. So we have these smelters, and I've extended the line out. I've put in some parking or defensive locations, and had my artillery trains clear out a large part. And you see I've set up 3 new iron fields and a copper field. And there's an iron field over here that I want to set up on cameras just so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm hoping to turn on the iron smelter. I still need a few more copper mines. That one looks decent enough. I mean, this one's kind of nice. I'll need to go out a little further to find some more, I think. But yeah, one is not enough to turn on the copper smelter, and then I'll need a few more iron ones for the steel smelter, and I'm guessing those are going to be done in another episode after this one. One other thing I did do is this was the kind of problematic bottleneck leading out to the far mines. This used to be connected straight across here. So basically, during the all item train finale, I added like a second crossing here. What I've done is basically eliminated the initial one, made the second crossing like a double crossing, and then also vertically made it a double crossing. So if there is traffic, we might get 2 trains stopped here while 2 trains go across. But then these 2 trains will go together at the same time while 2 trains stop here. And basically, I mean, that will increase the throughput. I'm not sure it will double it, but it will get it almost as if the tracks weren't crossing. Because while one train waits here for the track to clear, a second train can pull in behind it. And not behind it, but next to it. And then they can both cross at the same time once these tracks are clear. So I think that will improve the throughput. Basically, it's like having 2 turn lanes at an intersection instead of just one. Yeah, so let's head out here. We'll go to this defensive rail and then go the rest of the way on foot. This train has come in very helpful. I've got it all full of items. Basically, I can put in, well, quite a distance of rail, and I can fill quite a good-sized lake, and then I believe this is enough to set up about 2 outposts. Actually, when it comes down to it, I'm really actually low on belts here. I could probably take out 2 of these electric mining drills, or maybe the gates, because I only use 4 gates really per base, and put in some more belts. I actually had, I believe these were more stack inserters, which, yeah, I don't use that many. Anyway, yeah. So let's go. We'll head out to I actually don't have. Let's get rid of that one because there was a missing rail signal that I needed to fix. Go to def rail. I've been putting on circuit condition just because that will never become true. Because I'm not setting the circuit condition, and 2, I don't think I have any of my station's rail wired up to supply circuit conditions. My UPS has improved a little bit. When I started this episode, it was at 30. I think we finally caught up with all the production from the all-item train. You know, And actually, before I started recording, it was a little above 40, but when I record it, it does drop at about 5 frames per second, or 5 updates per second. Yeah, so we're just here going around the main base. There's some red circuit production that's happening. I guess technically I'm still using stuff because now that the all item production area is kind of supplying the rest of the base with certain things, I am using steel and iron and copper, although not nearly at the rates I was when filling the train. Alright, so here we are passing the steel smelter and continuing on down the tracks. This was coming up right here, the first parking area that I set up. I think that's a park, yeah. I parked my train there while building out these tracks. This is kind of a turnaround area because I needed it. Just there was the first defensive place where we cleared out a large area, and here we are coming up on the second. And actually, I'm not going to leave the train parked here. Yeah, how about we go back and turn this time. You know, let's just take it down the rail close to where we're gonna build, because I'm probably gonna wind up using supplies from it at some point. Alright, right about here. Well, rolled past the end a little bit. Not the end, but you know, where I want it to stop. Alright. Got some military bots here, but it looked like it was just a old radar signature that was showing some biters still in the area. So this is, I use Factorio to generate this outpost. It's quite large, so for the most part it just covers whatever I need. Let's, you're gonna work like that. And basically I let the bots go to it for the most part. I add in a few roboports just to have coverage for repairs mostly. Let's, there. Yeah, so I leave a few robots and some repair packs and then some various other supplies. So if and when attacks occur, the robots will be able to fix things and replace anything that's missing. Let's do 16 belts because they're there. A few miners. A few electric poles. Then I usually do 10 or 15 tracks and a few signals each, just in case I need to drop down some signals if somehow this gets backed up or whatnot. This actually turned out to be rather close to the tracks. Pair packs, and that's the one thing I need to grab is some bots. I knew I moved the train down here for a reason. Bots are down here. We'll take half a stack. Let me fill my repair packs back up. And while we're here, throw down some power poles. So, it did take half a stack of bots, right? Where? This happened earlier, and I'm not really sure what happened. I know what's happening. They're going into my auto trash. Yeah, that was good. Alright, I'll have to watch that for the future. We'll put in... Don't even need that many. Those are supplies you were supposed to leave. Thanks, guys. I'll have to... check back in on that. Let me just... Oh, what else do you need? Oh, yeah, let's also put down a few radars. Oh, okay. There's one in that corner already. I believe the blueprint does have one radar. There's the radars. For some reason, the biters and spitters like to go for the radars. How many walls? And of course you need a train stop. We don't have signals really here, so let's put some in the blueprint. And just walk around the rest of this so it gets filled in. And of course we need power poles. Need to make sure I'm double checking and grabbing everything. There we go. Alright, almost done here. Except of course we're missing belts again. Alright, just 52 belts. As you can see, yeah, need quite a few bit of belts. Might actually reduce some of the, I don't know, I'll find something. Alright, 24 belts, a few power poles, not that those I've ever really seen them get attacked, but oh, we're saving. Alright, we gotta hook this up, and this is not long enough, not far enough away to require its own branch, like, you know, like up here or down there. Speaking of branches, since this was only going to one, I did a 2-lane branch. Same thing here. But up here, I have iron. I want to grab that copper as well, even though it's not huge. We may grab that iron. So this, I made a 4-lane. I used a T here, but wound up cutting it off because, hey, alright, we were so close. But the blueprint book I have doesn't really have turns. This one I made myself just by putting down a straight and then connecting them and putting a pole in the middle. Notice that pole doesn't have the lights, which the blueprint that I've been using does have everywhere else. We're gonna turn around like that, and put a signal there. You know what? I'm gonna change this. You know what? Let's grab that part here too, because not that it's bad, but it's not good. That should be plenty. We need a signal here, and we do have a signal there. I'll put, how is, so this is not a true stacker, but this will allow a few trains to park here without blocking the main rail. You know, don't want to block the main rail. That's how trains are getting in and out. And we're gonna need, if I put this here and this here, now trains can pass straight without blocking each other. And yeah, that looks good. So these are filling up nicely. The ones near the source here, that's like 800, that's 140. So yeah, these will fill up first, but you know, the first 3 are at least somewhat even, and then you know, we got 8 belts. They're not fully compressed. 8 belts. Actually, it's 7 belts. They're not fully compressed, but it's better than the system I was using before with only 4 belts. This is going to get ore quicker. Yeah, so we have 4 decent. That one's actually very good. This one's pretty good. This one's not so good, but hey, it's right there next to the track. It's doesn't make too much sense to pass it up. So 4 is kind of the minimum number of mines I want to use with that smelter. Kind of like a few more, but you know, at least it's enough to get us started, and then I'm gonna do more exploring. And I'll get at least 4 for the steel smelter, and then we can see about maybe adding more. So I'll back up here. We'll go to smelter parking. And we'll set up the steel smelter and see how it goes. So this shouldn't be too long of a ride, maybe a minute or so. Well, we're not quite running at 40 updates per second, so we'll see. Alright, here we are at the back of the steel smelter. The steel smelter is actually built on a small iron patch. I mean, but 2, I mean, that's nothing. And 2 million isn't that much either. Got to the end, used the turnaround. And here we are at the parking area. And hopefully, I'll have what I need here. So yeah, this part I have attached to my main base's logistics, but each of these are its own little logistics region. You're not connected, look at that. See if I can fix that. I can, look at that. So he's going to pick that up. I don't think I have spares here, but he'll put it in the chest and then go and replace it. Look at that. Alright, so they are all connected. It's completely covered now. So yes, it looks like I set up a requester chest earlier for some trains. Yeah, we'll take 8 trains. We're not doing double-headed trains. Not yet. And it looks like I'm actually being brought some items that I use. Since we're back in logistics. 4. There we go. So this is actually only half the trains I really want. I'm gonna have 4 trains for each mine. That way, one can be here, one could be loading, and one could be going to load, and one could be coming back full. Now, whether that's really what's going to happen or not, I don't know, but that's the plan at least. Looks like I'm all out of cars. Alright, let's set it up. I'm going to make steel. This is iron, so we'll do do a bluish, lighter blue. That's too blue. Yeah, kind of a gray blue. And we're going to, where are we? Let's rename this. Maybe Mega Smelter Iron. And I wish it would jump right to the name. You know, so we could then just say Mega Smelter Iron. Oh, this doesn't even have the search. Mega Smelter Iron. So we don't care which of these stations these trains go to. That's not true. We do care which of those stations the trains go to. The problem is, like I came up with a system here so you can alternate between 2 options. I tried coming up with one with 3, and well, I didn't have luck immediately. I tried. I'll need some time and a pen and paper. For some reason, for me, I can make the text display, and it all seems logical to me. But trying to set up 3 flip-flops which only one can ever be in the on state at the time, you know, and it puts them on and off consecutively, I just couldn't work it out. We'll trash those. Yep. Anyway, alright, so we want to go to Mega Smelter Iron, and leave when our inventory is empty. Meanwhile, we got 8 more trains. Great, look at that. Great, our inventory is full. Look at that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8. Yeah, I was happier when I had more inventory space. Where did I leave you behind, robot? Oh, I do have space for you. And you know what? Speaking of space and robots, I think, yeah, I'm requesting 95 lasers, so if I take you guys out, you're just gonna come back. I'm not requesting fish, though. Alright, need a few more cargo wagons here. Thank you. I'm gonna need more than that, though. Ah, look at that. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. I forgot I did have this train on a pattern to come back, but you can see, if I turn this on, didn't quite clear out everything yet, so, well, he's doing it now, and we're getting attacked. I did drop down some extra defenses on a few of these. Obviously, didn't do that over here, so the lasers are a little spaced apart here, so they do get kind of close. Should put one more radar further up. Actually, I can do that because I left them in place. So let's do that there. Here comes the robot. And then, hey, look, I can see the rails now. And see the biters coming to attack. Alright. Well, they'll either survive or they won't. Alright. Hopefully this is enough. Actually, I think it's more than enough. Or exactly enough, as the case may be. Alright, so this guy is set up with the color I want to use in the destination. So I want to apply that to all the trains. Here. And up here. Well, no one's gotten destroyed yet, so that's okay. Alright, so let's double check. We want 34, 35, 36, and 37. So you want to go to iron 34. I'm gonna set it to inactivity of 5. You know what? We'll do full. I mean, I have. It shouldn't really be a problem. So that's going to be for this train, this train, this train, and this train. They're 34. You're going to be 35. Inventory full. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be 36. As soon as the inventory, game saves, inventory saves. Inventory full. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Did that right? Yeah, 36. And you'll be going to 37. Inventory full. Copy, paste, paste, paste. Let's check on. Yeah, you don't have logistics. And now we're down 3 lasers. Okay. I'll take a ride out there before we start these guys up. Which, by the way, is going to be difficult with only 4 inventory slots. It's control to take as much as you can. And now I'm using control clicks to fill these. Yes, I'll be out there in a minute, guys. One, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Alright, these are all ready to go. I'm not quite, because I want to make sure we're not going to be under attack. Or at least not a huge attack like that. Alright, let's get in this train. Let's... Alright, Def Rail is clear. So let's head out there. That just means the defense train either ran out of ammo, which I don't think. I think it ran out of targets. There's one reason I'm not taking my old build train. Because it had some artillery and it would have attacked everything while I was trying to set up things, so. While we're riding out here, I am going to switch we're gonna change you to Mega Smelter. I'm gonna rename. Gonna rename you to Mega Smelter Iron Pickup, so that it doesn't go to the copper one accidentally. All the way down. See, this has a search. Mega Smelter Iron Pickup, inventory full. We're gonna remove that. We're gonna. Can I copy and can I paste you? Yes, I can. And then paste, 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 paste. So now we have all our iron trains, at least for the all item area, set to come out to the new mega smelter. Yeah, it's a decent pile of aliens there. Ooh, you fit there. Putting it on this side because, I mean, the aliens have been coming this way and this way, so it will be relatively well defended there. Six and a bunch. I did leave a lot of robots and stuff back in the train, or by the smelter there. Alright, that was a small diversion. Let's get back. Alright, so we'll start up the trains. I'll take a ride on one of them, and then we'll come back and see how the smelter's doing. And I'm gonna do something else. Let's take... Oh. I was in map mode. I hit M. I thought I was in the search, but whatever. M turned off the map mode. Mega Smelter Iron Pickup. Inventory full. Alright, so we switched this train. And we're gonna switch these trains as well. Then I can start some research. And I'm pretty sure this will go rather quickly. Alright, so step one. Pick up things I left here. Step 2, start some research. Mining productivity 63 sounds good. We'll need all the mining productivity we can get. We'll get in here. And let me get in map mode. You can go. You can go. And you can go. I'm apparently on my way out. Wish there was a hotkey to turn them on to automatic, but whatever. See if I'm lucky. How did you get set to def 34? You were supposed to be iron 34. I obviously clicked the wrong thing. Inventory full. Let's click copy on me. You know, it's probably just going to be easier. You know, 34, iron 34, inventory full. Delete. I think I clicked on him. Yep, he's going. There should be one more. That would be you, which I'll be passing momentarily. Or not. But that's you. Okay. Hopefully that should be all fixed. We are back in the new track area. Luckily we're going to the closest one, but there'll probably be other trains that beat us back. And that's alright. Yeah, in fact, here comes one now. Little slowdown as we make the turn. We should get loaded really quick because this should have all full chests. And we're off. Here comes the next train in. And another one. You can see that there's plenty of room for trains to wait. If one happens to be in front of them still loading when they get there. Mining productivity is almost done. We're going up here because so we won't have to turn around. We'll be coming down the side. We can just turn in. Alright, you can see there are trains unloading here. We're going to this station. Looks like we may be the first train going to this station. I'm getting out. Now the idea is you have trains waiting, always ready to get in. That's why like 4 is kind of the minimum for different ore patches. So we have 2 iron ore belts going down each one of these, and these are long enough that the last one is just filling in any gaps. You see, we fill gaps there, and we kind of like shift the sides over, and then we do the same here, and then we have this go on the inside, whereas that the second belt is now using to resupply this main belt. So we get 2 belts out now. The ore is backing up here. Really, I could get, almost 3 belts out, but it wouldn't be a full 3rd belt. Anyway, you can see we're loading this up real nice. I did forget to empty these out here, but it doesn't look like it's much. And I'm double checking now before we get any trains actually in here. I'm actually somewhat a little surprised that we haven't, although now that I think about it, this green circuit is really only used by the red circuit, and this one for whatever reason I think prefers this green circuit build. are you for? You're for... We'll leave the actual 1K science one going over here. Yeah, you're... We'll switch you to the Mega Smelter Iron Pickup. And we'll do the same for you. I did say full. Alright. You see this one, because we don't have... Well... Because we don't have proper... sorting here, they can go wherever they want. We kind of need this to be backed up, and that's why I have like 16 trains. Try to get it backed up. But it kind of needs to be filled up a bit. Yeah, so here we got this train pulling out. This one does choose that. This one's pulling out, so that hopefully we don't have another train pull out before the next one pulls in. We do have 2 on the way. We'll see how it goes. Oh, here's one right now. But we have 2 pull out. So he'll go in here. Anyway, though, this is... For each load of iron, we're getting 40% more iron plates compared to the older ones, and it's doing it a lot faster. It should be doing it almost... Oh, we should be getting over 4 times the rate. It's only 3.70 or 370%, but with the extra productivity, that should push it well over 4. Yeah, if someone knows how to make a kind of signal that will go, like, lets the train go down here, then lets the train go down here, then lets the train go down here, and then repeat, you know, so that only one is green at a time and it goes in order, I'd love to know that circuit, so I could put it in here, and then that would evenly distribute the trains, not like, hey, this is the closest one, so we'll go there more often if it's available. Which is what's happening right now. So here we have our first train coming in. Or maybe not. I wasn't actually paying too close attention. So this is saving. We'll watch this train fill. It should fill quite quickly, and notice we are a little under 30 updates per second. Much... we should have enough plates in there. Yeah, these are still full. Yep, and the train's away. And there you go. You see this is going full blast pretty much. Like I said, this is one of like the fill-in smelters, so it doesn't always run at full, but most of these are going full blast, and we're doing pretty good, I think. Well, at least they're all right here this time. copy, paste, paste, paste. Well, that will help. Now, where are you going? How did I screw up this time? Let's go back to 34. Yeah, you all got reset because I pasted. So we only had even 3 of these mines going. So with a 4th one, that should really help. Alright, we're a bit over the hour mark where I like to keep these, but... Oh, we got another train filling here. That's going nicely, except... No iron coming in at the top, but like with the 4th smelter going, 4th mine going, that should keep... Well... Should. I'm assuming he's going to come and turn around there. Ah, look at that. Alright, we got another train coming up here to unload. Yeah, I'll just take a bit to get caught up, I hope. Otherwise I may need like a 5th mine and 4 more trains. Yeah, see, we got a train pulling in here, ready to fill in. That's what's supposed to be happening, that we have trains waiting, ready to pull in as soon as one pulls out. Which I'm hoping now that we have the 4th mine properly set up, that's what will happen. You know, and if that's the case, then not having the even splitter doesn't really matter because we have enough trains that there's always one waiting to unload. Well, here comes one. Maybe we do need a few more trains, which would mean another mine or 2. But, let's turn this off. I think that's going pretty good. It's at least a good initial test. Let's, do one more mining productivity. We'll probably get a few more, iron trains in here. Not really sure how they're coming in. I mean, they can come in both from here or from here. The only problem is if they come in from here, they gotta turn around. But it's not that big of a deal. I may change this so we have entrance from the below as well. Let's do that. I mean, it'll make it just that more efficient. So the trains don't have to go crazy. Need to put in signals, and they're probably a lot easier to do standing right there. Cross. Don't get hit by the train. Yeah, I'm gonna say I need more mines and trains. I don't think more than 4 trains per mine is really You're loading. You're just leaving. Someone else is there to load. Looks like you just left. Maybe an extra train per mine, but I'd rather have another mine. There is maybe another train. The travel time is a little bit on the long side. Okay, you're stopping, which means we do have 3 people unloading. Oh, did I? No, there is a... They should be able to pull up right behind. It's a different block. I'm not sure why he came to a stop. See, like this guy's doing. He's pulling up even though that train is still in the block, and now that he's gone, he can pull right in. And like this guy is doing. Alright, looks like we've got 2 more coming, so maybe it is starting to catch up, and we are having now trains able to pull up and be ready to pull in as soon as this, he's pulling out. We got a train coming in, although he didn't happen to pick. If they are all backed up, they will pick whichever one's free because these turn all red and blocked. But oh, are we waiting for? We're not waiting for you anymore. Alright, you're split off. You're split off. Wait for this train to pass. Because, why are you... And you're split off, so now everybody can pass as long as no one's making it to turn. And look, you're happier already. Oh, do we... Why are you backed up? I got a little bit of deadlock here. We'll put that there and that there. And hopefully that will fix it. But yeah, this has gone actually way longer than I expected. We got the iron smelter set up. I'll do some more and get some more mines, and next time we'll see what we'll have. I'm probably not going to be doing it 3 episodes a week, but I'm going to at least try to get 2 out. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with more Factorio. See you then.